I'll scooch over.
There, I don't have to do nothing. There you are. There she is, everybody. It's the proof that I must be worth something. Because is it 34 years this year?
Well, this year, yeah, 34.
See, just like I'll be 74 this year. I'm already 73 and a half. And so this is our 33 and a half year anniversary today.
Today it is?
Well, every day. Happy anniversary every day. This is the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, and yes, Shemane likes my haircut. I had Sarah. Sarah, thank you for doing my haircut. She's just our friend here, our neighbor on Spirit Wild Ranch, and she has the scissors. And I said, hey, Sarah, bring those scissors over here and chop the shit out of this, would you? So this is the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire featuring Shemane, Queen of the Forest, Little Miss Danger-Ass Nugent, the mystical flight of the arrow backstrap mama, right here celebrating undeniable. Well, actually, there is denial out there. But this is the Nugedefiantfire Spirit Campfire. Soon to be the real America voice. When is that happening?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
You're asking me?
So, truth, logic, and common sense is clearly the kryptonite to evil people.
Come here.
You know, people like fact checkers.
Come here, Smoke. There's Smokey Joe.
There's a good girl right there. Smokey.
We call her Smokey Joe, but obviously
look
that's
how
not her.
beautiful.
It's Coco.
How are you, Coke? Did you have a good day? Did you chase that squirrel? The squirrel got away. She's tired. Can't catch those damn squirrely, dirly, limb rat, bushy tails, fricassees. Anyhow, we celebrate positive energy and spirit and attitude. Truth, logic, common sense. Not my truth, not presumptuous logic, not hunchy common sense, self-evident truth, undeniable logic to honest people, and commonly sensible truth and logic right here in the Spirit Campfire. So Shemane, you just got done doing some podcasts.
Yeah.
Share that with everybody because Shemane is a great source of quality of life, physics of spirituality upgrade. By the way, that dress is a knockout. What kind of?
Really?
You look so almost like a school marm that's asking for it.
I don't think so. Wow. Well, thank you very much. All right. And did
you get that school marm that's asking for it?
You didn't see this on it.
Ooh, it is kissed.
So it's just a bunch of things on it. But
she came up in her workout Zumba outfit today, and I gave her I didn't spank her. I just got a good affirmation that I'm aware of her beauty.
I was helping you with a stretch.
I was stretching.
You were stretching.
That's a stretch.
You were like,
that's a stretch.
I'm stretching. I'm like, no, you got to hold it. And I said, do it like this. And so I'm trying to show him how to do it. And all of a sudden
and I got a handful.
Me on the...
What do you call that? Glutamus maximus? Is that what that is? It's glutamus firmitus. She has a gluteus firmitus. It's very attractive.
So,
I like good butts. What men out there? Any men that don't like nice butts? Is there a man on planet Earth
that they like big butts?
Nah, not big butt. Big what? What is with the big butts? That's not good. We don't need big butts. You don't need slam reduction. You don't need wheel travel off-road Baja shock absorber ass. That's not good, Kim. Not Kim, my hunter over in Stasny Cook, but the Kardashian fat asses. What are those? That's not desirable. That is, I'm repulsed by that. Anybody else out there? Anybody else think that?
Oh, boy.
Big asses. No need for I like big butts. She is very beautiful. LOL. Lol. Yuck. Yuck. Yeah, Richard. Yuck. Big asses. Yuck. We don't turn around and look at them. We like, oh, geez, go home and cover that up. Wear a babushka on that or something. Maybe a tent. A pup tent.
It's a
yeah, Chris, disgusting. All right, how do you get this? How do you get this here?
Okay, what do you want?
Well, I want to get that. It's gone.
Okay, I'll find it.
Yeah.
Bubble butt, yeah.
Bubble butt. Kimberly. What is Kimberly?
That's
I hope my message doesn't come.
Okay.
Oh, that's one of these scams. Oh, by the way, while we're here.
Want that one?
What does it say?
Hell
no big bucks. No, I don't need any of them.
Okay.
My point is, people... Somebody write this down and share it with everybody. You're not going to win any prizes on my Facebook. You didn't win anything. The people who claim you won, that's not me. There's this psychotic devil scum scammers, you can't be that stupid. It's like when I say you can get the new autographed Ted Nugent hat at tednugent.com, and they go, yeah, where can I get it? You're not going to win anything. And by the way, the girls with their big, nasty cleavage obscuring the screen who want to meet you because they like your profile, they don't like your profile. They're whores. They're absolute skanky-ass, filthy, nasty whores. Don't respond to them. And you don't win anything, you numbnuts.
They were actually doing that to my page too.
What, big cleavage bitches?
No. I mean about the giveaway. And there's like 10 different ways to spell probably 100 different ways to spell my name. But there's only one Shemane Nugent with the blue check. But yeah, people were coming up with, they had been asked to like
you win.
You win. So don't buy.
So here's an Uncle Ted tech tip. See how beautiful my wife is.
But you did ask me a question.
And I'm going to get that. But this is so important what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Spandex and cleavage, big ass, shiny, candy ass red lips, raccoon eyes mascara. If you've got spandex, so it looks like your clothes are painted on you, girls, and you got cleavage blanketing the atmosphere with big-ass painted lips and raccoon mask mascara, you are a skank. And
boy.
I am absolutely repulsed by that.
Boy.
I like...
Hey, I've seen a few of those people at your concert.
Yeah, and that's for the truck drivers. They're there for the truck drivers. They're not there for the guitar players. In fact, she wasn't there for the guitar player.
I didn't even, when we met,
No cleavage.
No.
No red lips. No spandex.
I don't like...
No hoorie stuff.
Yeah.
Hoorie, it's hoorie.
How do you spell that?
Whoorey. Hoories. So anyhow, I asked you a question.
When we first met, hang on, I have to answer this.
Yeah, this is a good one.
When we first met, I'll be honest, I didn't know any of your music. If my life depended on it, I couldn't have told you one.
That's like hunting in a deer area where they don't know what hunters are.
I knew you were a rock guy, but we worked together.
I looked pretty good that day. Come on. I was Bruce Lee.
Yeah, you were
before the haircut.
Before the haircut, but yes, you were a svelte.
Was
180 pounds.
Was I a stud?
You were a stud, yeah.
I was a stud. Thanks. That's all I knew. Yes. She couldn't keep her hands off me at the radio station.
Not true.
That's not true at all.
It's not true.
She was aloof, and I was offish and gentlemanly, because if you come on too strong, it'll turn up as a shitty relationship.
And the truth is, you asked me out and I said no.
Yep.
That's the truth. Because I've heard you say that before. And, that's not true. That is true.
No, you did. But what, is for
but
lunch
then,
or some damn thing?
Then I get a phone call.
I say, you want to go to lunch? That's not a date.
Then I got a phone call from the program director,
Doug
Podell.
But Doug doesn't know. He can't tell you to date me for the station.
No. Of course.
Did he actually say that?
No.
Oh.
He did say, hey, I heard that Ted asked you out. And he was just kind of confused as to why I would say no. But anyways, we got off topic.
So you do pod. By the way, this is the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire.
What is this? I don't know.
Brought to you by tednugent.com, and I just signed a shitload of these. We ran out recently, but now they're back in stock at tednugent.com. This is the Spirit Campfire featuring the Queen of the Forest, and it's brought to you by tednugent.com. So support the #1 shit kicker middle finger battle cry in America. How about now more than ever, where this numbnut in the White House claims that you can't have a 9mm? Here, you might want to wear this and go to a parade with the president.
It's not going to happen.
But he thinks this way.
No, they're already backtracking now. They're already saying, well, he didn't actually mean that.
He's an idiot. Our president is an idiot. Our illegal president.
What I don't understand is why is nobody going after the 25th Amendment? I mean, clearly...
Because they're afraid of Kamala. She's even worse.
Yeah, but
if you can imagine.
I don't think she actually can. Somebody could find this out, and I'll look in the comment section. I don't think she can be president because she wasn't born in the United States.
Is this one of them cleavage bitches here?
So
What's happening?
No, it's just a lot of words.
Yeah, Alec, I hope my message doesn't come as any form of privacy invasion. Ooh, and by the way, you look good. See? Yeah. That's one of them! It's a whore! We have a whore alert!
A whore? WHOO.
If you like my profile, we can't be friends. Because you're lying. You're a scam. In fact, you're probably some fat slob in Venezuela hired by the Democrats to scam people. What are they called? Trolls?
Yeah, trolls, bots. So can anybody answer that question? Does anybody know if you...
Spandex enormity, yes.
If Joe Biden was removed from office, could Kamala be president because she wasn't born here? I think that's...
I don't think she was born on planet Earth. But anyhow, Shemane is here.
I'm here.
And it is Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, brought to you by TedNugent.com. You can get these at TedNugent.com. I signed these and Come and Take It hats and Come and Take It flags. So if you want some of this stuff, which are cool, super gonzo mojo stuff.
You got a lot of comments.
Yeah, but are they asking any questions that you can answer?
I can't see. Ted
They're
Nugent,
all
you
whores.
rock.
Yes.
They're all whores. I don't think they're all whores.
Hunt, fish,
so you
repeat.
Asked what my podcast was about. While
Yes.
you're looking for that, I'm going to
I
tell
can't
you.
even look.
So I just did a podcast on my Facebook. When you're done with this one, check out my Facebook with the blue check with a woman named Casey McCurry, who has been exposed to toxic mold in military housing that left her son paralyzed. This is a huge problem, a huge topic that we know about all too well. If you want more information about it, you can check out killerhouse.org. That's killerhouse.org, and you can hear and see, watch our story. I created a documentary about it, and I'm writing a book about it. So
as wonderful as the people are here, they're good, positive, funny, cocky, smart, critical thinkers at the Ted Nugent Campfire. All the attributes that make you a great human being and the ultimate American. Being suspicious. What is that? William Dixon, we love Uncle Ted and Aunt Shemane. Yeah, we do too. The people understand you're genuinely concerned about people's health. Shemane is like the guide and outfitter for an upgrade in quality of life. She literally has it down to diet, activity, exercise, spirit, attitude, the physics of spirituality.
It's got to be a whole body approach. Like, I have been a group fitness
That's
instructor.
how I look at it.
A group fitness instructor since 1980. And you could look great in a bathing suit, but you're not happy inside and you don't have a lot of energy and you don't feel good. So on my Wildly Well program, I talk about all of those things, mind, body, and spirit. I've got exercises in there, and it's our own little group community every day of the week.
Simple procedure, too.
So you can go to my website at ShemaneNugent.rocks and check that out. It's called Wildly Well.
ShemaneNugent.rocks, ROCKS.
Yep.
Well, you do a great job, and you really change people's life. But I wanted to mention all the positive stuff is positive, yes. Love, positive, good advice, critical thinking, such wonderful, positive spirit. And then somebody will come on and go, I think we've heard enough about your toxic house. Can't you go someplace else? As if pursuing health has a time limit on it. There are some, my point being is that there's Tim, Detroit Muscle, yes. There's a soundtrack for Detroit Muscle right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't you love it when people chime in and they tell you, they say something and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, but this is important. By the way, if you really want to make a middle finger impact on the people who are in the liability column of America, and I'm not kidding you. Yes, I want you to buy my record because my boys are so proud of this. Jason Hartless and Greg Smith and Michael Lutz and Tim and Andy Paddle and our whole crew. I am so proud of this record that you should just buy it if you love killer, grinding, positive, spirited, high energy rhythm and blues rock and roll. That's enough. But when a Ted Nugent musical product attains a level of success, it's like mypillow.com. You type in the code SPIRIT. When Mike Lindell ascends to a successful level, it causes the Marxists and the America haters anguish. And that, by the way, we don't want to hurt anybody, but we want to wake them up. And if you want to wake up and this sounds really simplistic and self-indulgent, I qualify in both categories. I love my music. Buy many copies of it. I think you can get it at tednugent.com.
It was number 2 in the world.
It was number 2 in the world.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yay.
Great music. Greg and Jason just put their heart and soul into every lick like they do every concert.
Those are great photos.
Concerts happen this year. But anyhow, buy many of these for your family and friends. Because nowadays people are downloading and streaming and iTuning and whatever that stuff is. And there's no way to monitor the appreciation for an artistic adventure like Detroit Muscle. When you buy the CD, and by the way, we sold out a few thousand that were autographed. Shemane will tell you, I'm at the desk every day. Ying yings.
The desk, the kitchen table.
The kitchen table. And the first load of autographed Detroit Muscle CDs have sold out. But I just did another, I think 1,300 or something like that. And they ship today, so they'll be available soon. I don't know where. We'll announce it here. But just go to tednugent.com even before the autographed ones are available. And buy a few for your friends. Because the more a Ted Nugent product sells, the people that hate you, because if they hate me, they hate you. Because I stand for all the right stuff that we all believe in that makes a great American dream. And if you want the haters to feel a little suffering, buy a bunch of Ted Nugent CDs to send the industry that when they do the 70s rockers, they never even mention me. The 1977 Year in Music. I was the number 1 grossing act on the planet, and they never even mentioned me. 1978, Year in Music. I was the number 1 grossing artist selling tens of millions of albums in 1978, and they mention, I don't know, Depeche Mode or something. Whatever it is. Is that a salve for poison ivy? I don't know.
And why you're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is
stupid. Just stupid.
It's
dishonest.
Unbelievable. But Madonna is. That's really, I used to like Madonna, but.
So there are ways to send a message. And I got to tell you.
And plus, the other reason why you want to buy several copies is because, let me just say, what if there wasn't an internet? What if there wasn't any way for you to download? What if
that happens soon?
What if things change drastically in the very near future? You're going to want to have a copy of that.
Yes.
So
a dozen. Yeah, so
all right.
So when you support me, you're supporting you by sending a message that looks a lot like that to people that hate America. That people that hate self-defense, they want to ban self-defense. They want to ban your guns. They want to ban freedom. They want to continually engineering recidivism. Have you seen the footage in California of these monster super punks smashing all these jewelry counters of these mom and pop businesses and in pharmacies, just filling garbage bags full of thousands of dollars worth of products, and nobody does anything. They walk out.
Not only that, where are the parents? There are people who know people that do these types of
they think it's funny,
evil crimes. It's not just because you are having hard times. A lot of people are out of work or struggling right now. That doesn't allow other people to go in and bash windows of Louis Vuitton and grab a Louis Vuitton bag. What does that have to do with having the essentials like food and water?
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
We are in a tragic tailspin, but Shemane, thank you for that. I love you.
Love you too. Bye, everybody.
How about that queen of the forest, huh? ShemaneNugent.rocks. Find out all the gory details, actually the very uplifting details.
And I like your haircut.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah Bohannon took the scissors to my head. I just felt like it because I was out working on my Bronco. I got these wonderful trucks. I got them tuned up to get about 800 yards to the gallon just so Al Gore can't sleep at night while he flies all over the world in his private jet, consuming more fuel and a larger carbon footprint than any 1,000 American families. But he's complaining about the American families while he's violating it. I'm 74 this year. I've never seen anything. I've never even imagined, because I'm aware of the Holocaust. I'm aware of the Trail of Tears and Wounded Knee. I'm aware of Ruby Ridge and the Branch Davidian atrocity by a corrupt, evil, jackbooted thuggery government. I'm aware of the rape of Nanking. I'm aware of the Rwandan slaughter of the Hutsis over the Tutsis, of millions slashed to death with machetes. I'm aware that mankind can be evil beyond the imagination. But here's the point. We don't have to imagine. Fidel Castro's illegitimate son up in Canada is now banning the ownership of handguns. Hey, Justin Trudeau, you little prick. You don't have that authority. You're the Prime Minister. You're not the slave driver of Canada. I love Canada. I love Canadians. I love freedom. I love Canadians who hunt and fish and trap and shoot and live the perfect outdoor lifestyle. And Justin Trudeau hates you. The best Canadians are hated by Fidel Castro Jr. Well, what does that mean? It means he's Fidel Castro's son, because Margaret Trudeau used to be a groupie with the Rolling Stones, and she was a whore. And she had Fidel Castro's baby. Look it up. Well, that's an outrageous allegation. If you don't understand that, call 1-800-NUMBNUT, and Michael Moore will try to form a sentence while he desperately searches for soap and water. What a prick, Michael Moore. What a dishonest, nasty man he is. What a dishonest, nasty man Joe Biden is. What a horrific criminal liability to mankind Hunter Biden is. The Democrat Party is a liability to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Let me say that again. The Democrat Party and most of the Republicans are liabilities for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, when actually we pay them an obnoxious amount of money, and they have all kinds of privileges and benefits, all of them corrupt, while they condemn the people they work for. They're against life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Shall not be infringed. You know, that's why I sell these. You know, I was around a campfire one day, and a guy came in with one of these hats. He said, "Ted, would you sign my I will not comply hat?" I said, "Yeah, sure, let me sign that sucker." So I signed it. About 10 guys around the campfire went, "Where can I get one of them? If I got one, would you sign it?" I go, "Yeah, I'll be glad to sign it." So over the weekends at Sunrise Acres, which, by the way, people go, my dream in life is to go hunting with Ted Nugent. Then book it. I don't have the time in between family responsibilities and my privacy to just take strangers hunting. You need to book a hunt with me through Sunrise Safaris at tednugent.com. So the Spirit Campfire is brought to you by tednugent.com. By the way, it's 6 o'clock in Texas. I'm going to go sit in a tree. I've been sitting in a tree every night and getting skunked. I saw some turkeys, big long bird, and some hens. Saw a bunch of whitetails in velvet. Saw some fallow deer in velvet. Boy, Spirit Wild Ranch, we got a lot of critters, and the range conditions are about ideal. We had rain at the right increments. We need it really bad right now. But I'm looking at the Serengeti, the Spirit Wild Ranch Serengeti, and it is lush and green. And as I watch the critters work their way through the woodlands, they still have adequate browse, which is amazing. And the reason they have adequate browse is because I harvest a reasonable and scientifically based surplus each year so that they don't overwhelm their habitat. Barack Obama. Barack. So this is the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, brought to you by Big Time. Get some of this shit. You should see the emerald islands in my forests. I get out a rake and I rake. I'm a rake master. And I just broadcast Big Time Buck Brunch. And I just throw it on the bare ground. And within 5 or 6 days, got emerald food plots in the forest. Anybody could. I used to do this on the Manistee National Forest on public land. I don't know if it was legal or not. Ask me if I give a damn. Like there's some man go, you can't plant a food plot in the forest. It's federal land. I'm the owner of federal land. Well, you can't plant it over here. It's state land. I own the state land. So rake a little clearing in your backyard or in the woods and toss out some of this buck brunch, big time, no-till food plot. I'm telling you, it's so cool. And then when you kill the beast, we had Axis backstrap last night to die for, and the deer did. And we used the recipes from the incredible Chad Belding book. I'm promoting the entrepreneurs. Chad Belding and Chad Mendez. Get this book, The Provider Cookbook and the adjoining Provider Seasonings. Really, really the ultimate augmentation to an otherwise delicious wild game perfect meal of organic nutrition right here on the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. Which, by the way, there will be a Ted Nugent Real America Voice blitzkrieg of truth, logic, and common sense, like an A10 warthog of truth, logic, and common sense. Don't you love that? Speaking of A10 warthogs, I have a Gibson guitar here. They think it's a Birdland, but I think it's an A10 warthog. So yes, there's a lot of treachery out there. It's really ugly. Oh, I've never seen anything so ugly in all my life as what our government and media and the fact checkers. See that? Is that kind of interesting, huh? What was that? Kind of interesting notes, aren't they? Anybody like those notes? I love those notes, like Jimmy McCarty notes. About the fella you've been dancing with all over the neighborhood. Why didn't you love me, baby? Didn't you think I could? Well, I heard nobody gonna step aside, saying you do the bird all night. Why didn't you love me, baby? Didn't we try to do it right? Do it right, do it right. I said, oh, put that shake it, baby. Well, here we go, loop-de-loop. Shake it, baby. Here we go, loop-de-live. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail feather. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail feather. Bend over, let me see you shake a tail feather. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey! Hey, come on! Does that sound as good there as it does in here? Because it's rocking. That's the kind of music I was raised on. We should play that song live, shouldn't we? Boy, I hope the tour happens this summer. So keep an attitude. Never give up, never back down, never let these evil, evil monsters in our government and the media and academia and big tech and the fact checkers Don't let them get you down. I know it's almost impossible. I mean, I got to tell you, I hurt every day. I know I come off with a lot of energy. It's unbelievable, really, for 74, isn't it? How beautiful is my energy? I attribute that to venison, spirit, and clean and sober. By the way, that recipe is available to everybody, but you have to be a critical thinker. First of all, you have to think. Then you have to think critically. What am I doing today? Take a journey to the center of your mind, which means you should step back, take a deep breath, and review your average procedure and think of a way to make it more efficient that brings better life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Just an idea from the old goofy guitar player. So we get heartbroken, let down. Chicago, 48 shootings over the weekend. Well, we need to have gun control. They have definitive gun control. Every one of those shooters, there were 9 killed in Chicago over the weekend. Wait a minute. 9 killed in Chicago over the weekend and 48 injured. Well, that's not a story because it happens every day. They're slaughtering each other every day in Chicago and in New York and in Baltimore and Detroit and in New Orleans. It's not a story because the shooters aren't white. See, I mean, I hate to identify color, but when you're trying to expose racists in the media, you've got to identify why they're racist because they only report based on color and ideology, not crime. Guns are banned in France. They use Kalashnikov machine guns to hose down innocents at a concert. What's that guy's name in that band? The Angels of Death Metal or the Death Metal Eagles? Because the guy Jesse, is his name Jesse, he contacted me after that happened. I should have Jesse on here as soon as I figure out how to have people on here. Got a lot of people I want to have on here. Jesse Hughes, Eagles of Death Metal. Jesse, are you out there? Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your goodwill and decency. Thank you for your truth, logic, and common sense beliefs. He's a conservative, and he knows that when you're unarmed and helpless, even in Paris, France, where Kalashnikovs are banned, by the way, how did that ban work out? I think there's a ban against murdering people. How's that ban? There's a ban against fentanyl. How's that working? There's a ban against heroin. How's that working? I think there's a ban driving SUVs into a Christmas parade by a black terrorist that wanted to kill white people in Waukesha, Wisconsin. I think that's banned. How's that working? You need to call your mayor, your senator, your congressman, your governor constantly and tell them, do not infringe on my right to keep and bear arms. You don't have the authority. In fact, you are a criminal if you infringe. Tell your mayor that. Start out nice. If you resist, then turn up the heat. Same with your senator and your congressman. John Cornyn of Texas, you weasel. Mitch McConnell, you turncoat, you oath-violating infringer. We don't need gun control, we need bad guy control, and they refuse to control bad guys because they want to control the good guys. Leave me alone. You're not taking shit. You're not taking my 9 millimeters. You're not taking my 10 millimeters. You're not taking my 22s. You're not taking my 308s. You're not taking my 270s. You're not taking my MP5. You're not taking my M4. You don't have that authority. Gun-free zones are a crime. People who implement gun-free zones are criminals, violating their sacred oath to the Constitution. They're infringing. Well, yeah. So thank you for celebrating the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, where truth, logic, and common sense, and the mystical flight of the arrow, and being the best that you can be, goodwill and decency, good over evil, right over wrong, begging, fighting for secure borders, fighting to stop the orchestrated chemical warfare by our government importing fentanyl and methamphetamine, killing hundreds of thousands of Americans. That's not important. Who cares about all those overdoses? Government doesn't care. The media doesn't care. Medical community doesn't care. And if there are some out there in the media and the government and the medical community that do care, then I'm not talking about you. But you need to raise hell with your fellow professionals and get some policy that shows that somebody gives a damn about Americans dropping like flies from the fentanyl, the methamphetamine, and the bad drugs, they're all bad, coming across our open border as orchestrated by the United States of America government. Tell me you know that. Tell me what planet this would be a good idea on. We're buying our energy at exorbitant cost from our enemies. Joe Biden is Satan. The Democrat Party is the treasonous America destroying, America hating monsters. You know they know what they're doing. They bail out arsonists and murderers and terrorists. And then our government puts Black Lives Matter big giant banners on our embassies. Black Lives Matter is a terrorist organization that believe just the opposite of their description. They don't give a shit about black lives. They're just they're enriching themselves and buying mansions. They're not helping any black families. In fact, they're making it worse for black families. Sending the signal, you don't have to qualify for these jobs because you're too stupid. I don't think black people are too stupid to qualify, but the Democrats do. Now in Illinois, people of color don't get graded the same. If they get 9 out of 10 wrong on a test, they get an A. Well, because they're black. That's racist. Critical race theory is racist. They're judging by color, not content of character. That's the definition of racism. The Democrat Party is still the party of the Ku Klux Klan, the ones who fought against the Civil Rights Act. The Democrat Party who lobbied against blacks owning guns, which is why we started the National Rifle Association, because we believe all men are created equal and have individual rights from God as guaranteed by the Constitution, regardless of color. The Republicans fought for that. The Democrats fought against that. Are you kidding me? Happy Tuesday, the last day of May, Clusterfuck 22. My name is Ted Nugent, and I'm addicted to truth, logic, and common sense. It's the wind beneath my bird of prey wings. And truth, logic, and common sense is kryptonite to liberals and Marxists and Democrats. Irrefutable. So if you're not raising hell, Nancy Pelosi and her drunk driving husband would like to thank you for not being a player. Drunk drivers kill more people than guns. Nancy Pelosi is one of them. Nancy and her husband, they get insider trading while they put you and me in jail if we dare try, and they work for us. I mean, holy shit. Yeah. Join me at hunternation.org. I say it all the time, and I'm going to keep saying it. I'm telling you, 2 sites you should visit, hunternation.org and huntthevote.org. We don't endorse any candidates, but we believe that if we don't vote God, family, country, law, and order, that will continue with the cultural suicide running amok in America. hunternation.org and huntthevote.org. By the way, they so censor my Facebook and my social media. I'm on Truth Social, the new social media, Truth Social. Try to get on, uncensored. No fact checkers. Now, once in a while, a gal come on and go, Nugent's a has-been one-hit wonder. I don't think I really ever had a real hit. Sold 40 million records, so I'm doing okay, with all due respect. And I'm certainly having a good time, and I can form syllables not to be confused with the soundtrack mutants of the left. I love you people. Do you feel the love? Celebrate love. I'm going to go kill a deer. I like killing. I can shoot axis deer here in Texas. And exotics. We got oryx. I'm not shooting any oryx right now. Aoudad, black buck antelope flourishing. I might have to shoot some black buck soon. By the way, tonight, Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild, over 550 episodes. Thank you, Dave Watson and Shemane Nugent and Toby Nugent, Linda Peterson and Doug Banker, the entire Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild team on Outdoor Channel for 32 years. 3 times a week. I wish you saw it, a TV show. Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild, 3 times a week for the last 32 years. That's a TV show. It's on Outdoor Channel. And if you're not having a good time with me, you're weird. Like really, like Michael Moore weird. That's pretty damn weird, lying little prick. Michael Moore is a lying stinky prick. Dishonesty with blubber. All right, the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. We'll have a real America's Voice coming up real soon. By the way, people are asking, yes, we do have these. These are available at tednugent.com. We sold out recently. The Ted Nugent Spirit Coin, where you can raise more hell with the mojo in your pocket. Pretty damn cool. It's a challenge coin. It's old military and law enforcement tradition of sharing a challenge coin. I got some buddies. Kevin Stoll. Love you, Kevin, and your mom. 92, 93 years old your mom is. And also I do these cameos. Go to cameo.com. I do a couple every day, and I'm a riot. I'm a damn riot. I don't know what it costs, but it's worth it. Let me read you some of the raves on my Cameo. The most recent one I just did today. The Nuge is the best. Dude brings the energy and delivers the most kick-ass inspiring messages. You can never go wrong with Uncle Ted. Thank you, Uncle Ted. This is perfect. Played your video at the police retirement roll call. Huge hit! Exclamation point. Thanks for the shout out to the troops. Freedom is not free. Thanks so much, Ted Nugent. The Cameo exceeded our expectations. Thanks for really going the extra mile and personalizing the video so much. It was the best 81st birthday gift ever. 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Go to Cameo. I'm a fun guy. What a great gift. Uncle Ted doing a personal, elongated, shit kicker, fire breathing, fun Cameo. Yeah, these are some of the things I do. I'm an entrepreneur. I do these things. But it's also brought to you by Boar Butter. This is Raging Boar. This is a premium wildlife attractant, but mostly for pigs. So you might use this backstage at a country gig. Galvanize the swine. Raging Boars. I don't mean to piss. I mean, relax. It's funny. Don't be offended. Just laugh. It's funny. RagingBoarsOutdoors.com. Raging Boars. Great boar butter. You could probably sell a couple of tubs of this on The View. Boar butter. I bring you sanctuary. If nothing else, don't I bring you sanctuary? Well, what's all this over here? I can't. How come they're not scrolling? How do you get over here and scroll? Is that all of them? Shotguns, people shotguns. Yeah, I got some new Rite shotguns. I got Remington and Browning and Winchester and Mossberg and Beretta and Benelli. I got some new Rite, R-E-T-A-Y. George Britton. I see you, George! Looking absolutely stunning, Shemane. You're no kidding, huh? How about my wife? Come on. How do you do this? Anyhow, thank you, everybody, for your support and your piss and vinegar. Be a critical thinker. Think. Demand accountability from these treasonous swine in our government and media and academia. Treacherous. Raise hell with your elected employees. Tell them what you expect from them, what you believe in. All right. I'll see you here tomorrow night, Wednesday. I got a big lunch tomorrow at the coffee shop with Calvin and Sam and Brad and Shannon and Ralph and Bland. I got a buddy whose name is Bland. His name is Bland. I think he has a sister, Spicy. Who else is going to be there? And Tim Tucker will be there. We have a gang. Hopefully Johnny Kutz and Johnny Big. We have a gang like old men around the Cracker Barrel. Not the Cracker Barrel restaurant. The Cracker Barrel next to the wood stove, the potbelly stove at the dry goods store. I'll tell you about that tomorrow. God bless you all. God bless America. Stand up for